Hello family, how is everyone doing? Hope everyone is in the best of health. Um, Hope this video reaches you safely. So I wanted to share with you guys, in my last video, I mentioned I'm recording out from outside because my space, the space where I live is not my own. So I'm not the only one sharing the spaces except my room, which is just a white wall behind my door. So I wanted to give you guys a different scenery. But guys, I wanted to share with you. So I'll get right to it. So right before I left, which was, as I said, it was one of the reasons, the main reason why I left. When I took my boys and I left the Gambia, because we were of the ups and downs that we've been having with the getting our land paperwork. First, it was not being able to, the lands were not allocated and demarcated and allocated within a specific time that we were hoping. It took us about maybe 2 years, 2.5 years. Then when we started doing paperwork for the land, some other issues came up, and when we finally were able to send in the paperwork and everything, I got someone to help me out. I also had issues with that person. As a matter of fact, we got robbed. I will tell you guys about that after our paperwork is done, because I don't want anything to go wrong. You know, sometimes when you speak out, sorry guys, I'm looking away from the camera, sorry. You know, sometimes when you speak out against things, and you put it out there, a few persons or most people get annoyed and they get irritated because they don't want you putting out the negatives of what's going on. Some persons who really know and have gone through a lot of stresses, Gambians themselves would message me and say, you know, sis, I've been through this, I've been through that, and I am a Gambian myself, and you know, so you're not the only one going through it. And I really appreciate people sharing their stories with me, but it's kind of difficult. I'm not sure about everyone else, but it's kind of difficult when you've been waiting for something for so long and you know you spent your money to get it, and you also give out monies to persons to help you secure your paperwork, not illegally, legally, but then they take advantage of you. So I will share that story with you guys in another video. So we put in the paperwork and we waited like months. The first guy we gave our paperwork to, who was supposed to help us, every time I called he wouldn't respond. I would call and call and call, no answer. Sending messages, he would answer me like one sentence, not giving me a full scope as to what's going on. Then I found another guy, and the same, he was way better than the first one, and he said he works for the guy. So in the Gambia, when you connect with one person, when you think that's it, that person is the person that you should go to, then you end up having to, that person knows many other people. Sometimes the one that you go to help you has to go to someone else to help them, so they all make monies off of you. It's a long story, but let me go straight into it, guys. We put in our paperwork sometime 2024, or I would say maybe June, July 2024. We put in our paperwork and everything went in, and I was so excited. I'm like, I'm waiting, I can't wait. We're going to start being able to build our home, fence, do something on the land, because I want to move to Pirang. Things I mentioned with you guys that, you know, that's where we wanted to be, not in the city where we were, not in Brussels where we were. So after about maybe 4 months, I kept calling throughout the months that the paperwork went in. I gave the guy at least 2 months grace. I said, okay, let me give him 2 months and wait without calling him and without, you know. And then when I finally decided to call him after the 2 months, almost 3 months, I said, you know, how is it going? And he said he hasn't heard anything back. After the 3 months, I messaged him again, called him again, how is it going? He said he hasn't heard anything back. So after the 4th month, messaged him again, and then that's when he told me that he has the paperwork. It came back. We were not able to, they were not able to continue to approve the land transfer. So I'm like, what do you mean? He said, you know, the land that you guys bought is agricultural land, and you guys bought it as residential land, and so it's not able to be approved because the persons who sold the land to you did not pay the fees to physical planning to have the land transferred from agriculture. Not sure if transferred is the right word, from agriculture to residential land. So you guys not able to get clearance for paperwork for that land. So I'm like, what do you mean? So I went, picked up my contract for the land. I'm like, I have a contract, and on the contract it says that we purchased residential land. So what do you mean? He said yes. So I said, you know what, let me come in. Instead of us talking over the phone, let me come in and, you know, let me hear what you say. Let me see what was written and see what's going on. So I went in to collect the paperwork, and I called the guy that we bought the land from, how would you call him, the land, the guy, the agency, the real estate agent who we bought the land from. So I called him and I said, I'm just receiving, I'm just picking up my papers for my land, because I was told that we're not able to continue with the paperwork because the land is not residential land, the land is agricultural land, and the fees were not paid by the VDC to turn the land over from agriculture to residential land. So he was like, oh, okay, so I'm going to get on that. I'm going to call them and find out what's happening. So I'm like, what do you mean though? Because it's almost 4 years. Are you guys kidding me? Like, and I called someone at the Brikama Area Council. He's someone, you know, in the higher ranks, and he said to me, yes, that's what happens when persons want to sell lands, because I think that company sold, the VDC sold over 1,000 plots of land, and they took that entire area of land, which was all agricultural land, and sold it without paying the fees to transfer the land from agricultural land to residential land. And they sold it and gave everyone paperwork saying that the land is residential land and we are purchasing residential land. Because I'm not sure if I think I did mention before that they're trying to create a new community, a Pirang estate. So where they will be having mosque and church and a community center, and like a whole new community they want to create in the areas where we bought our land. So what they did, they just took all that land and they just gave it to a real estate agent and have them sell it. Is it a real estate agent? I'm not sure exactly that's what you call it. And have them sell the land. So they sold the land even before demarcating the land, even before allocating. So that's why it took us so long to be able to see our plots of land. And I didn't know any of that. I am telling you, I didn't know that's what they did until after we purchased the land. I came out and I shared with you guys. I said we bought land, and other persons who were interested will watch me. My subscribers, they were interested. They came and bought land also, and one or two persons came and sent me the monies to buy them the land. I did that, gave them the alcalo transfer and so on. Now in the beginning, guys, when people were asking me, some of you may have asked me, do you need any other paperwork to start building after you get the alcalo transfer? And I think I did mention that you don't need any other paperwork. That's because of the limited information I had then, and I really apologize for that. But I will continue with that on a different video, because I want to sincerely apologize for ever giving out wrong information and for not knowing the full scope. Even if I didn't come and say buy land from me, guys, buy land. We are selling land, which we never did. We just showed you guys that we purchased land, and I said if you guys are interested in purchasing land, you know, we can help you guys do that and so on. So I take full responsibility. I'm not shaking responsibility. I'm taking full responsibility, because it's because of us, because of me coming on here and showing the land that persons were interested, and especially because of the price also, that you guys were interested in purchasing the land. So a few persons who bought the land because of us, I've been helping. I was asked to help 3 families secure their paperwork for the land, and so now it's our paperwork and theirs that are now in limbo. And guys, when I found out, I'm telling you, I was livid. I was so upset. I was like, it's going to be 4 years. And I've been calling you guys. They always say, oh, when you're in the Gambia and you want something, you have to keep calling. And I've been doing that. I've been calling and calling, going into the office. Like, oh my God, you know how much money we've spent going up and down to that land, paying persons to clear the land every time. And to be going up and down even to the land for the other families that we have to help them the paperwork. I did charge those families 5,000 per plot to help them, but I'm like, all these years, like 3 since we got to the Gambia, we got our land about 3 months after we got there. So it's been 3 months after we got there, and it's been 4 years, 4.5 years since we've been there, and nothing. And then one day we bought the land, I also assured them, I said, we bought the land just as you guys did. So even if it goes wrong, we are also in shit, right? And so said, so done. We are not able to build, they are not able to build. Everybody's telling us, go ahead and start building. Your paperwork has already, they'll give us clearance to go ahead and start building, you know, do something on the land, fence it. On the contract, it was stated that we have to fence the land within the 2 years of purchasing the land. And if you're not able to get paperwork, if you're not able to get building permits, how are you able to fence any land? Right? So it's, guys, I'm telling you guys, when I found out that we were not able to move forward with the land paperwork until the VDC pays their fees to area counts, to physical planning, to the land registry, wherever it is that they have to pay the fees for. When they pay their fees and they are able to transfer the land from agricultural land to residential land, that is when we are able to move forward with getting our full paperwork for the land. And what really pisses me off is that I called so many times, spoke to many different people, and you know, just to make sure that when we put our documents in, that we would get our paperwork, we would get our clearance, we would get our occupancy, get our building permits and everything. And nothing has happened. Nothing, guys. Nothing. And up till I left in January, and I spoke to that gentleman in January, and I said to him, how soon can the land, can we expect you guys to do what you have to do so we can resubmit the paperwork? He said very soon. He said very soon. Now, in the Gambia, when somebody tells you very soon, never take it as very soon. Take it as, if he says 2 weeks, take it as 2 years. If they tell you 3 weeks, 3 years. I'm telling you, He said very soon you'll be able to resubmit the paperwork very soon. They are working on it, and it's been 9 months, going to 10 months. So I said to him, this thing might end up having to go to court, because people pay their monies, and that's how you guys run business in the Gambia. That's how you guys deal with people in the Gambia. So let me leave it at that. I will come back with you guys and share with you again. I have so much to share that I feel more comfortable that I'm out of the country with my sons, and I'm able to speak as I want to. Although I'm not going to say anything that will anything to make it look like I'm trying to bring down anyone in the Gambia or to give the Gambia a bad name, but just to share with you so you know what to expect if it should come your way, that you know what to expect, and you know that it doesn't take you unawares. You know, it doesn't make you think, oh my God, like what is this? You would just say, oh, that's what Hungry Mom was talking about. You know, Hungry Mom mentioned that. You know, so that's why I like sharing with you guys, so you're not in shock when it does happen to you, or when you have to face, or when you're facing a similar situation, right? It's fall, guys. I'm sure you guys can see the trees are turning yellow. The trees are turning yellow, so the leaves will all be falling down. That's why they call it fall. But it's I think the better word is autumn. And then we have winter, which is when the snow comes, when it will be freezing cold. I love my favorite seasons are fall and winter, because I'm able to wear my jackets and my boots, and I just love dressing up in the winter. In the summer I feel I don't have enough clothes on. Yeah, but in the winter I'm able to, even if it's cold, as long as you are dressed warm, then you are fine. You know, you are just fine. But yes, so I'm going to end this video here, so it's not too long. I will see you again soon. Take care now. Bye bye.
When your time comes, don't postpone it. When others doubt you don't condone it. Truth be told, yourself is your toughest opponent. When your moment comes, grab hold and own it. Never let go, stand tall and hold tight. Overcoming obstacles is the objective in life.